Am I the a-hole for asking where the money went? When I was 17, I was in a traumatic car accident that completely changed my life. I had just been discharged from my very first major surgery. A week after I was discharged from my 3-week hospital admission, a friend offered to take me to Sonic to get a strawberry milkshake. That's all I was craving, lol. On the way there, we hit the ice and spun into a power pole, and the impact sent my head through the window and ripped open about half of the 30-some staples down my abdomen. I ended up back in the ER and was hospitalized again for several days. In the years that followed, I went through 4 more major surgeries, including feeding tubes, challenging recoveries, long hospital stays, etc. As I'm sure you can imagine, took a bit of a toll on me both physically and emotionally. The accident happened in January 2016. I finally received my injury settlement in March 2019, when I was 20 years old. Upon receiving it, my parents pitched me the idea of putting the money into their long-standing high-yield savings account, earning 4.95% interest, to grow until I was ready to use it. So out of trust, and knowing I didn't have a real use for that amount of money at the time, I wrote them a check for the roughly $60,000. It felt like the smart, responsible choice, and I had no reason to question if I would ever see it again. Well, now I need it. I'm 27. I've been dealing with ongoing health issues. I'm trying to sell my house to survive financially, and finally asked my parents about accessing the money. That's when they dropped the bomb. They told me there were no funds left, that the entire amount, and then some, was used to pay off my medical debt. Here's the part that confuses me. I've been on my health insurance plan and paying my medical bills and premiums since I was 18. So what debt exactly? Where did the money go? I've asked, but I get vague explanations and more guilt-tripping. Stuff like, we've done so much for you, and you wouldn't have made it without us. Or just stating, we don't owe you anything. They don't deny the money was mine. They admit I gave it to them. But now that it's gone, I'm somehow being painted as ungrateful for even asking about it. Some family members are siding with them, saying I should just be thankful and let it go. But it was a settlement I fought for due to the physical impact it had on me. I gave it to them to protect it and grow it, not to have it vanish without a trace. And if it was truly spent on my behalf, why was I never told? Why wasn't I involved in a single decision? So, am I the a-hole for asking my parents to return the $60,000 I gave them from my injury settlement, or at least explain what happened to it?